I folded the fabric. I'm cutting the front and back together. It's like an A-line dress. So I folded my fabric into two, then I folded into four, so that I can cut the front and back together. You can see the zipper allowance here. You can use a zipper for this, or you create a button and buttonhole. Whichever one you choose to work with is fine. So here I'm going to mark the child shoulder measurement. The actual shoulder measurement is 11, which is 5.5. But because I'm going to be cutting and sewing back, I'm going to add extra 1 inch to that, so that by the time I sew it, it's not going to be short. You understand what I'm saying when we are doing. The actual shoulder measurement is 5.5. That's 11 divided by 2. But I'm going to be inserting a flounce somewhere. So I will need to slash and sew. And I'm cutting directly on my fabric. That's why I am doing that. So after that now, I'm going to mark my neck width measurement. The neck width I'm going to work with is 2 inches. And the depth for the back is going to be 1. And then for the front, I'm going to work with 2.5 inches. So I'll go ahead now and connect this together. So after that, I'm going to mark my shoulder. So here I'm coming down by 1/2 inch for my shoulder slope, and then I'll connect that to my neck point. So for the armhole I'm going to work with is 5.5 inches, which is going to be here. So on the armhole, we are going to mark our bust measurement. That's the round chest in the case of a child. So the round chest for this child is 23 inches. 23 inches divided by 4 is going to give me around 5.5 inches thereabouts. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. So I'll mark 5. So I'm going to mark that, I think 5.75 or thereabouts. So I'm going to add my ease allowance to it. It's not going to be so tightly fitted, and then I will add my seam allowance. Okay, so from there now I'm going to go ahead. If you want it to be fitted on the waistline, you can mark your waistline, but I don't want it fitted for mine. So on the hem I have 10.5 inches. So from there I'm going to just take my ruler and then connect all the way to the hem. Like I said, it's an A-line dress, so this is how I'm going to connect it. So like I said, I'm going to have like a flounce inserted on the shoulder line area. So you can measure exactly where you want it to be, but for me, I think I'm just going to divide what I have on the shoulder here, and I'm going to have it around here. So on that point, I'm going to go ahead and mark it all the way to the hem. So before then, let me just connect for my armhole, so that I will use that as a guide as well. So I'll place my cuff and then create my armhole cuff. So from here now I have divided my shoulder. So here I'm going to come to the hem as well, and I'm going to sort of divide the hem, although it's up to you and where you want your flounce to go through. So from there I'm going to connect it all the way to the hem. So again, you can look at it to see how it's going. If you're not comfortable with it, you can adjust it. So once you are good with everything you have done, you're going to go into your scissors and then cut out the shape. So here on the upper part, you can see my actual line. I'm going to be adding seam allowance to the shoulder. So I'll add 1/2 inch on the shoulder area to join it back. And I'm going to cut my back neckline first, and then I'm going to take the front and cut the front neckline as well. So here we are going to cut out our side as well. Then for the center area, we are going to slash it on that, following that line that we created. We are going to slash it, and then we are going to insert a flounce there. So here I'm cutting. The flounce is going to run through the back as well. So that's why I'm slashing it together with the back. And I already added allowance. So you need to add enough allowance on your side as well to join this back. Remember, we are cutting and joining back. Okay, so now I'm cutting all of this. So this is what I have. So for the flounce, you mark where you want your flounce to stop. So from the shoulder area, I think just a little below the armhole is fine. So like I said, I think around 10 inches is fine for me. So that means you're going to have 10 inches for front and 10 inches for back. So that's a total of 20 inches. So we're going to be using that measurement to cut out a flare. You can also cut it in form of a flounce. So it's going to be a full circle flare. So I'm going to fold this into 4. 20 inches divided by 6.28 is going to give me around 3 inches. So you need to note the length for that you want for your fly as well. So I'm just going to work with what I have on this fabric that I'm working with. So I have a total of around 7.5 thereabouts. So here I'm going to fold again into 4 and I will connect like that. So you just do it like you're cutting your normal flare. I've gone ahead to cut the flounce. I removed 3 inches for the radius and I'm using about 5 inches for the length. So when you open it up like this, you're going to shape it, okay? So to shape it, the lower part is going to be smaller. So you can mark maybe like 1 inch or 1.5 or how you want it to be. Then you're going to find a way to connect this part to what you have here. So you can use your free hand to do this, and you can also use a curved ruler to do it. So I'm using my free hand and I'm going to go ahead to shape this. So after shaping it, you're going to open it up on this side. So this is what you're going to have. So once you place it like this part is going to be the highest. If it's still looking too big for you, you can reshape it. So I'm shaping it a bit more. So we'll need 2 for this, 1 for each side. So I'm going to place this on the fabric again and then cut out another one. So this is what we have. By the time we sew it, this is what it's going to look like. So before you sew it, you're going to use your bias to pipe the hem. Okay, I'm using this black bias. I'm going to sew it around the hem before I sew. I've gone ahead to tape it. You can see now, I just ran the black bias all around it. So after taping it like this is what you're going to have. I later reduced the mouth. Remember I measured around 1 inch. So I reduced it so that I can dip the tip inside this thing like this, so that I won't have any raw edges here. So this is what I have. This is for the 2 shoulders. So you're going to fold this like this and notch the part that is going to be on your shoulder. So I'm going to keep this aside and work on the main body. So these are the panels that I have for my main bodies. So here the design is going to run from the upper part, okay, through, it's going to run through the shoulder together. It's not going to have any joining. As you can see, there's no joining on the shoulder. It's going to run from front to back. So to be able to do this, I'm going to join the bodies separately. So this is the center part, this is the center front and the 2 center back. So I'm going to go ahead now and join the shoulders together. Okay, you're going to join the shoulder here together, and then for the side you are going to join the shoulder as well, so that you have something straight. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So that way I'm going to have the side separately and the center separately, and I'll be able to insert this design without having to join them on the shoulder, just like this. So I'll go ahead now and join the shoulder here, and then I'm going to join the side. I've gone ahead to join the shoulders together, and this is what I have. You can see this is the center. I've joined the center shoulder, and I used French seam so that it does not frill. So if you are not sewing like this, it means you will need to weave it when you are done sewing. So I've joined the side as well. So what you just need to do is to insert the flounce like this. So because we have notched the shoulder area, you will easily know where it is. So you have to know how to you are inserting it. Make sure that this part is facing the side like this. So you match the shoulder together and then you go ahead and sew. You sew to the back as well. So after sewing it, you're going to join the side together. I've gone ahead to sew the flounce, you can see. So now it's in between the shoulder, the center and the side seam. So this is what I have now. So the next thing to do is to turn the neckline as well as the armhole. For that you can use the bias or your facing. I prefer to use facing because I don't want to have seams there. So I have cut out facing for both front and back for mine. Okay, this is my facing for the front. Okay, so I'm going to join it on the shoulder, and this is the two facing I have for the back as well. So I'm going to go ahead now and then work on the facing to turn it. So after turning it, I'm going to join it by the side and hem the lower part. So it is pretty simple. I'll do all of that and bring it back to show us what we have.